Happy Thursday, and thanks for being here on what's been a cooler, not entirely as bad as it was yesterday temperature-wise, but definitely sunnier day in the neighborhood. We've still got showers in the store, nothing heavy as far as total rainfall, but some on and off showers throughout some of your 7 days, certainly tomorrow night and into your weekend. I'll give you a little more of a timeline in just a few moments, and actually showers possibly making their way in, albeit as light as they are tomorrow afternoon. But indeed, an updated weekend forecast ahead that still includes the possibility of a little snow, a few flakes here and there, but very little at this time. You know, we're getting closer to spring, of course. Before that, however, we have, of course, daylight savings time this weekend. We will lose an hour of sleep, to which I say, big deal. I lose an hour of sleep or 10 every night. But we will gain some more daylight, of course, and that is worth the trade-off. So remember to set your clocks back Saturday night before you go to bed. On tonight's program, a great deal of news and headlines. On tomorrow night's program, even more. The Montgomery County Fiscal Court is meeting in special session tomorrow. I'll be covering that just for the meeting in and of itself, but also there's another story that's going to be involved with that we will want to talk about, and certainly deservedly so. Also, another signing tomorrow at the Montgomery County High School. Another student athlete going on to college for their academic and for their, of course, athletic accomplishments. And in lieu of that, I had a similar report from a senior at the high school some days ago, and on the day that it aired, we had some technical difficulties. I can't even recall what day that was or what exactly the issue was, but I'd promised to replay that. So we're going to go back and see Mr. Alex Hibbins sign his letter of intent to go on to Center College for one of the sports he lettered in. So I'll have that for you tonight and a host of other news and information. It all starts in just a second, so please stay tuned.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Spring is always the most colorful season of the year at the seasonal shop. Come see for yourself. Gorgeous new clothes for everyone. Bright, flowy tops and dresses. Something perfect for Easter. Fun flare leg jeans and new styles and arrivals every day. New sweatshirts and shorts and tees by Royce, Ridge and Holler, and others. And little sleepies are here, all in an incredibly comfy, cute, and durable bamboo viscose material. All this and so much more that you just have to see this spring at the seasonal shop.
Headlines tonight include a 3-car accident that happened here in Sagersville just after or as school was letting out. 3 vehicles were involved, all 3 traveling in the same direction. One had either stopped or was coming to a stop to turn into a housing complex when a vehicle behind, the immediate vehicle behind that one, struck the second, causing the 3-car collision. At least one person taken to the hospital and at least 2 kids involved.
The small white SUV across the way there in the driveway was the vehicle in front of the 3, all traveling in the same direction. It was stopped or stopping to turn left into the housing complex there. Another vehicle had either slowed or stopped behind it. And then a third vehicle, based on the lengthy skid marks, tried to stop before colliding with the car in the middle, but was unable to do so. Serious, extensive damage to the vehicle in the back. A mother and child, the occupants, both of which refused medical treatment on the scene and appeared to be suffering from only minor injuries at most. A small child in another vehicle also as well, not seriously injured. Out of all the drivers and the
2 young passengers. 1 driver was taken by ambulance to an area hospital, while the others may have sought medical treatment afterwards but refused so on the scene. The accident was being handled or intended to by the Sayersville Police Department, as well as the Sayersville Fire Department and Ambulance Service and EMS. In other news tonight, I confirmed in speaking with Johnson County Sheriff Scott Hazlett just a few moments ago the information in his arrest citation. The sheriff arresting a Johnson County man who has a long criminal history, this time on serious charges of fleeing and evading police and others. 90 miles an hour plus, blindly into curves, passing cars, with his elderly grandfather and another adult inside the vehicle. This is what the sheriff tells me. Hazlett says he was responding yesterday afternoon to a trespassing complaint at a home on Williams Branch Road in Flat Gap about a red truck that was on the property of the late Charles Little. Hazlett says that when he got there, he initially passed up the driveway and then had to turn around and come back, and when doing so, passed a red truck that was traveling at a higher rate of speed than what it should have been. And then just right after that, he got to the driveway of the property in question and saw fresh mud coming out that wasn't there when he passed it just a few moments ago. So he sped up to the truck in question and got behind it, and it was traveling west on 172, and then started doing so at a very high speed, reaching the top of the hill there at Redbush, passing vehicles, 4 or 5 vehicles in or on the crest of the hill in the opposite lane in the curve, nearly causing serious injuries to other motorists at well more than 90 miles an hour. Finally, the vehicle pulled in at the Redbush Volunteer Fire Department, and there were said to be 3 people in the vehicle. This man, 31-year-old Stephen Lane of Sitka, he was the driver, as well as there were, as I said, 2 passengers identified by Hazlett, one being his 85-year-old grandfather, who was the right front passenger, and another man who was in the right rear seat at the time of the incident. Both of the passengers were actually cited for criminal trespass and given a court date, while Lane was charged with criminal trespassing, speeding 26 miles per hour or over, fleeing and evading police, first degree in a motor vehicle, reckless driving, wanton endangerment in the first degree, and wanton endangerment in the first of a police officer, no operator's license, and theft by unlawful taking. And he is still lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. Lane has dozens and dozens of arrest records in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. The last report that I can recall airing concerning him was back in May of 2018, when he was charged with theft of an automobile, theft of other items, as well as public intoxication, resisting arrest, first degree and first offense possession of methamphetamine, all for a serious car crash that happened after the vehicle he was driving under the influence crashed and was said to have been reported stolen by its owner, as well as at least one cell phone of a couple that he had, and his authorities reported stolen as well. I'll be right back.
What we have here is our famous chicken sandwich at your Sayersville Lee's, which is also Saturday's special. You can get a chicken sandwich, wedges, and a drink for just $6. Friday's special is a liver or gizzard dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $5.79 plus tax. Let's recap. Chicken sandwich, Saturday special, or get it any day of the week. Fridays, livers or gizzards at your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Don't let Mother Nature be the one to remind you about your tires. Stop by Conley Tire and let them make sure that you're safe in getting from A to B. Tires, wheels, oil changes, brake repair, and maintenance. And be sure to click on ConleyTire.net for all the latest offers with 6 months no interest payments at Conley Tire or ConleyTire.net. Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And and Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank.
It's the news you so love to do, good news, and I'll be making some more of that tomorrow as I'll travel to the high school early in the morning for another senior signing a letter of intent to go on to play college in his or her respective sport, and I'll just fill in all those blanks and let them on tomorrow's program. As I've mentioned a moment ago as well, my day starts early tomorrow with a special McGoffin County Fiscal Court meeting with a special presentation coming out of that. So a lot of news tomorrow. I had a special good news report some days ago about another McGoffin County High School senior signing his letter of intent. We had some technical difficulties that evening, and we had some problem with the show airing on Foothills and on Howard's, and then also it failed to upload onto my YouTube channel. So I promised thereafter that we would most certainly work that back in, and tonight we will, as a prelude to another awesome story tomorrow. So now let me take you back where I was some days ago to the McGoffin County High School, where a senior there, a young man who had lettered in 2 sports, signed his name on the line that will take him and his scholastic and athletic achievements to a Kentucky college after graduations. This is Mr. Alex Hibbins, who was introduced by our AD director, as well as we'll speak with the young man and his track and field coach.
Where McGoffin County High School senior lettered in baseball and track his senior year and for a number of years, and has a deep love for both sports, and is well respected for his talents in both, but who as well loves one perhaps just a bit more, and as of today has officially committed to using his talents and his education to further both at one of Kentucky's prestigious colleges. As we now turn it over to Neil West and his introduction of Mr. Alex Hibbins and his family and coach.
Good afternoon. Glad to see everybody here today. On behalf of Mr. Meadows and Mr. Conley, it's a special occasion here in McGoffin County High School as Alex has decided to further his education more than anything and participate in track. But most of all, we're glad he's getting a good college education at Center. And most of you know, Center is one of the best schools in the state of Kentucky. And we're just happy for Alex and his family.
Let's start with baseball.
Baseball, I've played baseball my entire life. For as long as I can remember, I've always loved it and I played it. My highlight was probably last year, getting to pitch for the high school team. Getting to be a competitive athlete in the high school team, pitching and playing outfield it's been a blast, especially last year. And track, I started my 7th grade year and started pole vaulting my 7th grade year too. And it has by far been my favorite sport.
What made you lean more towards track?
Something about pole vault is just, it's a feeling that I've never had before. You know, whenever you get to pole vault, you almost feel free once you leave the ground. It's a very entertaining feeling.
Alex has been on the track and field team for 6 years. He's been a pole vaulter since 7th grade. He's an awesome sprinter. He's an awesome jumper, and he's an awesome vaulter. He actually can do any event really well. He's a great distance runner. Alex is just an all-around wonderful athlete.
Also Saturday's special.
Indicate to me that
chicken sandwich with wedges and a drink for just
Yes,
$6.
yes. He is good at it. He is good at it. It's something that not everyone, of course, can do. To sling yourself with a 11-foot pole over a bar upside down. So it's a very difficult idiot, but he took right to it. He loves it. He's been doing it since 7th grade.
And he's done very well as far as
very well. He's been to state every year in pole vault. He's done very well. He's placed well. He's done great.
Is any of the folks here with us today, have they been big supporters of you?
Oh, all of them. They've all been huge supporters. I'm thankful for every one of them.
Tell me about Center.
Center is a fantastic school. It's one of the top academic schools in Kentucky, and it's a small school which will fit me. And I love it there. I love the area around it. It's a beautiful place.
Up next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. I've got an announcement that I just got in, and it's not for a couple of days. I don't have it typed in, so I'm just going to read through it real quick, and I'll remind you next week. The McGoffin County Health Department has put together another Appalachian Community Health Days event, and on March the 21st from 9 till 3 that day, and that will be Tuesday the 21st. They're going to have free health screenings and the like, and anyone who comes and gets a COVID vaccine, at least the first 50, get a $25 Walmart gift card. They're going to have giveaways and door prizes and a lot of other things, and that's March the 21st if you want to mark it down now. And I'll put it right over here on the community calendar stack and pull it back out and remind you when it gets a bit closer. Probably, well, the 21st is not going to be that long, so we'll probably start that, I guess, next week now, won't we? The citywide storm cleanup resumes Tuesday and Wednesday of next week for vegetated debris that was blown down or around after the recent high winds. If you've got any and you didn't get it picked up today, you can do so again Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. A citywide spring cleanup is going to be set for a later date. This is just to pick up any of the vegetative debris, trees and limbs and such that got damaged or blown off or broken during the recent winds that we, of course, experienced. The McGoffin County countywide cleanup campaign starts the end of this month for District 3 residents, March the 27th for District 3, the following week, April the 3rd for District 1, the following week, April the 10th for those in District 2. Remember, no hazardous waste, no construction debris, no paints, liquids and cans, things of that nature, and no household waste, but anything else that you can get rid of. And, of course, tires are to be included as well, as they have the Tire Amnesty Buyback Program again this year, so tires can be taken care of during this event. I'll take care of your announcement, birthdays and anniversaries too. Send them to me so I can tell everyone about them. To have your birthday, birth announcement, anniversary, or wedding announcement, engagement printed in the paper, doesn't cost anything there either. Just send those to Heather at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Going on, nightly obituaries sponsored by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and they include services which were actually held earlier today for Durst Minix, 71 of Sagersville. He passed away yesterday at Paintsville ARH, the son of the late Bryce, Bud, and May Minix. He's survived by his wife, Wani, sons Derek, Thomas, and Justin Franklin Minix, his daughter, Kimberly Lynn Cottle, and brothers Kenneth Wayne and Jackie Lynn Minix, as well as 4 grandkids. In addition to his parents, Durst is preceded in death by brother Ernest James and sisters Rosetta Minix Combs and Mary Frances Sloan. Again, services held earlier today in his honor. And I'm asked to read the following in loving memory of Herman Russell, greatly and sadly missed by his wife and family. McGoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at McGoffin Farm Bureau. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Trade it and upgrade it now at Appalachian Wireless and receive up to $700 off when you trade your old eligible device in and upgrade to a new iPhone 14 Pro Max or Samsung S23 Ultra on a qualifying Appalachian Advantage plan. What better way to start the year off right than with upgrading to a new 5G compatible device on the region's best network while saving up to $700 off on the hottest smartphones. Appalachian Wireless, giving you another reason to come join the Big Blue Network. Why? Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Wireless.com for full terms and conditions.
Just to get you caught up to date on the girls' Sweet 16, kind of in between. Well, no, we're not any longer. Tonight's final games tipped off at 6 o'clock, and that will be the last first-round play for the Sweet 16. Mercy and Cooper right now. They should be 30 minutes into their game, and then Simon, Kenton, and Henderson County will wrap up first-round action tonight. But just to let you know, as I got you up to date on yesterday with, of course, Lawrence County and their Lady Bulldogs going on their first ever 15th Regional Championship, making history for their school, falling, of course, to Sacred Heart. We had after that George Rogers Clark, who defeated Mercer County 51-43, and then North Laurel over Frederick Douglass by 2, 59-57. Earlier today, making sure I have that correct. Yes, today we had Knott County Central and Ashland Blazer took the win 46-34, and then McCracken County 30 points over Bethlehem. Ashland Blazer going on to take on McCracken. You've got George Rogers Clark and North Laurel, Owensboro Cath, and Sacred Heart. And then, of course, the winner of tonight's games who will face off. Winners, I should say. The boys' Sweet 16 doesn't tip off until next week. So let me tip you off to what's in the forecast tonight. We do have some light showers, the possibility for some snowflakes as well, and we're definitely seeing a continued run of some cooler and, at times, cold weather. We'll get back down into the low 20s on at least one, if not a couple of nights.
Definitely on the downhill side of what was a pretty nice day out there today. Certainly an improvement. We do have some things happening, though, that I don't think you'll consider improvements. We have some showers. Some of that actually not hitting the ground there just over Sagersville, but some of that green and certainly the yellows, too, in a scattered nature as we have showers moving through the area. Clouds obviously increasing. And it's just going to be kind of here and gone as far as the showers are concerned. Nothing heavy, but definitely some moisture to deal with. And winds out of the northeast expected 5 to 6 to 7 miles per hour or so. And only about a low of 43 degrees tonight. We're talking about maybe a quarter of an inch, I think, on the high side for rainfall amounts tonight. And maybe another tenth of an inch or so tomorrow on the high side. Again, not a big rainmaker, but more showers and clouds than perhaps you would like to see in your 7-day. And look at what temperatures are going to do. Not much. I mean, we were in the 50s today. We'll see 43 degrees tonight. We will see showers likely, mainly before 3, but lingering thereafter. And then temperatures are going to climb tomorrow from 43. We might get back into the 50-degree range or so, but they're going to start to fall much quicker than usual, back down to 45, probably by like 4 o'clock or so tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back at where tonight's low is going to be. Winds much more noticeable out of the southwest up to 20, 22, 25 miles an hour or so. And again, a 60% chance of showers. Showers leaving, I think, by early, late afternoon, leaving us with just cloudy skies and a couple of ticks below the freezing mark tomorrow night at an estimated 30 degrees, but still breezy tomorrow night. Winds still out of the northwest up to 20 miles per hour or so. That will blow us on into Saturday on the cooler side, but nice. 47, mostly sunny for the first half of your weekend. Our next shot of some showers and maybe something else will not be until the overnight Saturday night into your Sunday morning. Chance of rain showers before 3 o'clock or so Saturday night, Sunday morning. That might change over to a few flakes as we'll get down into the low 30s. And it's going to kind of be a little bit of a back and forth possibly with a chance of rain and maybe some snow showers up until 8 or 9 or so Sunday morning, and then just rain thereafter. And then temperatures are still going to hold on to the upper 40s for the latter half of your weekend, right at 49, but cloudy and about a 80% chance of showers early and 50% as Sunday goes on. So not the greatest of weekends, but mostly sunny and 47 for your Saturday. That's not bad. And then it's on to the low 40s for daytime highs for the first few days of next week. 20s for nighttime lows. Sorry. Slight chance of some rain showers in the morning and maybe some flurries Monday as well. Only 42 degrees for our high. 26 that night. Mostly cloudy. Showers, flurries, possible. Light, very light. Tuesday, 41 and 22, but dry, partly sunny and mostly clear. Wednesday of next week, 51 and 35, perking up 10 degrees from the day before. Almost another 10 for next Thursday at 59 and still maybe 35 or so for the nighttime low with some partly sunny skies again. And another
chance, another round after a couple of dry days, at least, of some light showers by this time next week. Spring is literally just days away. Remember, clocks change this weekend, and then spring rolls in. And not too far from there. That's right. A week from this coming Monday. Again, a big news day tomorrow. I hope you're here for it. It all looks to be good news for right now, and fingers crossed that's what I'll have for you when I see you next time. Thank you for watching.